Good morning, good morning, good morning, good
Good
morning. Wherever
morning.
you are in the world, good morning, Crystal. I am here with the lovely Crystal Jones, and we are members of SSM, Success Solution Method, and we are here today to talk about, excuse me, to talk about our great endeavors as we embark on this journey. Wherever you are in the world today, would you please comment hashtag where you are located, and are you watching this on a replay? Uh, Thank you for being here. Without further ado, my name is Cornell Gray. I am a business owner. And again, like I said, I am a member of SSM. And the great Amanda Ray, founder and creator, has created a platform for new beginners, for those who are earning six figures, those who are struggling online marketers. She has created a platform that is for you and that can help you in your business online. Today, I will be interviewing the lovely Crystal Jones from Greenville, South Carolina. And just like to say, welcome, Crystal, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
It's an honor for me to be here with you. So tell us, Crystal, tell us a little bit of your background.
So, my name is Crystal Jones. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here and considering me for this awesome interview. So, a little bit about my background is actually not in affiliate marketing. I've only actually been in the online space, the industry, for about 6 months total. So I would be considered a newbie. Um, Now, I am coming from a couple of backgrounds like law enforcement as well as corporate. Now, with those skill sets, it was very easy for me to come into the online space because, as you know, when you come into the online space, you have to have the self-discipline, the consistency, and so forth, the creativity. And of course, when you're in areas like law enforcement and corporate America, you certainly have developed those skill sets over time that require all those things. So why not use it, right?
Yeah,
So the only difference was just understanding affiliate marketing, the meaning of it, and the purpose behind, this industry. And pretty much once you get a solid foundation of affiliate marketing, you just start integrating everything, and then you start doing what affiliate market is. Find the right niche in affiliate marketing that's for you. If since affiliate marketing is about promoting someone else's product,
hmm,
what it is that is going to stand out to the audience that you think that they want, and go from there. So it's really about finding the right program, and that's pretty much how I got started back in July. Found a high ticket affiliate marketing program that spoke to me, and got in there for $7, and then I knew right away, that this was something that I wanted to do, and I upgraded like right away within 2 weeks of getting in. I didn't even finish the first part of the program because I knew that this is more that what I wanted to do. So I upgraded and got involved with them, and their basic level understanding of affiliate marketing was absolutely everything that I need to know that this was for me. And of course, during my journey in the corporate world and in law enforcement, I had a lot of tall tale signs that were letting me know that I had the entrepreneurial spirit the
okay,
entire time.
okay.
And so of course in my journey in those spaces, I did, like many people, you hear the stories of how they didn't just seem to fit in, or they had to deal with someone always trying to compete with them, or even their boss. And I experienced all of those things, and to be honest with you, I was a little naive to what that really meant. And
Mhm.
so I was always trying to figure out, always making sure I did everything by the book. So I wasn't running into any issues, making sure, I crossed my T's and dotted my I's. And no matter what I did, I was still in the hot seat. No matter what I did, I had a supervisor who was, trying to scrutinize me, or I had a peer that just, felt threatened by me. And I didn't understand like why I kept running into those issues. And so like many, I did kind of fall into this space of holding a job for about a year or so. And then all of a sudden, the carpet got pulled out from underneath me, and I had to start that cycle over again. And it was so frustrating. And it's hard not to look at yourself and say, what am I doing wrong, what am I doing wrong, and go down that rabbit hole. I also got stuck in the cycle of no longer being able to be hired on a permanent basis. Everything that I did was with a staffing agency or a temporary job, and I was stuck in that 8-month cycle. And then I get the promise of renewing contracts, and they never renew my contract, or they would have me do something that has never been done before, and they needed my skills and expertise. And the moment that I, saved the day, or sat in for someone who's been, on long-term leave, then they were like, thank you so much, you should put in for this. And then the next thing I know, it's like they pulled the rug from underneath me, you know. And so it was, but lo and behold, all those things that I didn't, that I even didn't qualify for, there was a manager or a supervisor who saw enough of my skills and my personality to say, I'm going to give her a chance. And then the moment that they do, not only did I meet their expectations, I succeeded. And so I got qualified in the descriptions and the skill sets that they needed. So I obtained those things. So by the time the light bulb went off and I started looking into the online space after I had to walk away from my job in 2020, right before the pandemic happened, it kind of narrowed it down of what I needed to be looking at and why I was facing so many issues. And
Mhm.
so I don't have any hurt feelings about it, because what I walked away with was a sharper skill set, a
Mhm.
sharper mind. And hopefully, in the online space now, people who are following me, the top earners, my mentors and coaches, they can see that, I'm applying that to what I do. And
Absolutely.
that's the desire to continue to do that. So that's a little bit about my
Absolutely.
background.
Absolutely. What an amazing story. Absolutely. Perseverance. That's amazing. That's right. You persevere. Amazing. I want to transition into how are you doing in the industry? How's it going for you since you've made the transition?
Mhm. It's been a lot of fun. The first program that I was telling you about, they were initially the one that kind of established the foundation, of me starting my business, getting my LLC, turning it into a real thing. I never looked at it as a side gig. I looked at my fiance, and I said, I truly believe this is what God wants me to do, and I was like, I can't do this by myself,
Mhm.
but I'm going to do it. But just take some time to think about it, pray about it, do what you do. But I know I need to go ahead and get started on this. Um, and so I took it very, very seriously, because this was for me. I was thinking about my future. I want to build my empire here. I want to raise my family near me. I want my husband home, soon to be husband home, and he's a chemist, he's a
Okay.
scientist, and he does an amazing job at what he does. But he also has a creative side to what he does. He's an excellent writer and a storyteller, and he does that on the side. And so really, I'm sitting there, going, on the big grand scheme of things, this is the selfish side of me, but I was like, I honestly want us to be home and enjoying our life. I don't want us to be dependent on the government or the world or the collapse of the world, the rise, the fall, or whatever. I
Exactly.
want us, to create our own thing. And so when I looked at this business, I said, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And so, with that first program, as I said before, I got into their mentorship program, and I invested in myself. I spent over 10 grand specifically for the mentorship, and in total about 15 grand or more, to get started. And that includes the LLC, that includes, being certified in the state, being recognized as a legitimate business, understanding the ebbs and the flow of taxes and all those things. And those things were exciting along the way and scary. And in fact, it's just past few weeks, dealing with the taxes and stuff, because I put myself as an employee, I created my own little W-2, and I'm going around going, I created my own W2. It's so fun. But it's just the fact of being actually recognized as an actual establishment, a home-based business. And so I take it to heart, and I feel like I have been successful from the very beginning, even with my woes of trying to understand things like solo ads and traffic and spending, things not converting and spending more money in solo ads. And then the return of investment is like nothing, you know? And that's it. You can get so salty, especially like whenever you're following the roadmap, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And maybe something in the program doesn't deliver, the way that they sold it to you. And so, the persevering mindset of you would force you to go outside the box. And that's pretty much where I was at. I was not going to just throw in the towel because that program that I believed in didn't work for me. I took what I could apply, and I looked for a coach or a mentor that was going to help me be leverage the most that I could out of that program before I started looking somewhere else. And I actually learned, from a top earner in that program, just when I was showing up to their immersion calls and webinar calls and stuff like that, I was listening. And one of the things that they said was follow the data. Follow the numbers and follow the data. And that kept sticking with me. Now they were talking about how, don't have the shiny object syndrome and don't go from one place to another. That wasn't the issue that I had. In fact, the issue that I had was, and this even spoke into my personal life, is being so loyal to the part to where it was more of a detriment to myself than it was helping me. And I literally had to step out and say, all right, this shiny object syndrome, the way that they're, talking about this message here, doesn't necessarily apply to me, but there's a different lesson in it, that if I stay in this particular program too long, I'm actually going to lose everything.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to start over again. And so I remember that, follow the data, follow the numbers. And so I kind of did like a long-term trajectory of, how much money I actually had, how much money I would have to put in solo ads. And if my return of investment was already like $35 compared to the over $1,000 that I put in solo ads, and now I'm having to reach out, am I going to be able to catch up? Am I going to be able, to break even? And the answer was no. And so, that really encouraged me to go, okay, this is something very valuable that, not only for me, but something that other people need to recognize is it's okay to realize when a program doesn't work for you, but you need to know why it doesn't work for you. And the best way to know that is to be able to track your conversions, gauge the data and the numbers, pay attention to it. So that way, that if you're actually, leaving a program, it's all for the right reasons.
Okay.
So
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's great info and a great insight to understanding that you have to know where you're going, know where you're starting at, where you're at, and whether or not you need to stay, flee, or flight. That's
yeah,
great because some people will stay in too long and then they don't know what to do after that. They give
absolutely.
up and leave the online space altogether.
Hmm.
However, you came into this opportunity with SSM, Successful Solution Method. How did you end up transitioning here?
Yeah, so about that program, there was a couple of people in that same program as me that actually introduced me to SSM, and they were just telling me, they had been through similar situations as me, even bought into a higher, mentorship program than I did. So they spent a little bit more. So they're coming back at me and saying, this is completely different. This is something we haven't seen before. It's worth looking into. They were also top earners in the program that were just like, check this out. And so how I combated the idea that I just got done pretty much washing up 10 to 15 grand and trying to figure out if I'm going to move forward in this other program that was only costing me $125 to get started, I pretty much just said, okay, well, this is about me and my business. This is about investing in myself. So I got this far, and I've been recognized as a legitimate business, a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. I got to keep going. So let me
Yes.
just go check this out. Let me just spend this 125. What's another 125? You know, um, I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm supposed to be doing this. Let me just go. And the rest is history.
All right, awesome. So most people don't like to talk about three things: money, uh, their weight, and their love life. We're going to touch on the money part of the SSM factor. So a lot of people don't like to throw it out there, but we're going to be celebrating our earnings, and we like to celebrate our earnings, whether
Absolutely.
it's $5, $10, $50. Have you made money in SSM, and how much have you made, if you don't mind disclosing?
Absolutely. I have made money in SSM. In fact, as soon as I got started with SSM, within 3 weeks of implementing their training, doing their simple task, 2 hours a day, getting my cover photo done, my feature photo, I didn't waste any
Mhm.
time, you guys.
Right.
Within 3 weeks, I started and I got my first commission payout of
Mhm.
$450.
Mhm.
Um, Let me just say, I was screaming on the inside, but I could not get it out on the outside because I was so excited because I just, left a program to where I only made $35 back after spending,
Exactly.
10, 15
Mhm.
grand.
Wow.
And here I am only spending $125 to get started on this program to do what they say, to follow the task, follow the
Mhm.
training. And every day for the past
Absolutely.
3 weeks, I'm going over these videos and implementing everything that Amanda says.
Mhm.
And I get $450 within 3 weeks. I had to show my phone to my fiance, of the banners, because I was in disbelief. I needed a second pair of eyes just to validate that I was actually seeing, seeing something. And so I just kept repeating everything that was doing. I was involved in the group.
Mhm.
I was interacting, engaging with people. I was showing up for the meetings and just doing exactly, and within another 3 weeks, another 450. So in less than 10 weeks, I had $900, and it just kept going. And to this day, to be honest with you, by the end of this week, I will be at the $4,000 mark. And I started SSM October 15th.
Yes. Awesome. Congratulations. I'm so happy for
Thank
you.
you so much.
So with that being said, is the system easy for you? Is it easy? Not for you. Is it easy? And if and are there some difficulties into the system that you face?
Mhm. Okay, so I have a teacher's heart, and I'm very good with management styles. Amanda does an amazing job at breaking down the system
Yes, she does.
and helping people understand it by the steps. Now, where I have identified where the potential problems is not exactly in the program itself, as much as it is people's skill set and understanding of
Mhm.
how systems work and how your operating system works, your actual device, your
Mhm.
computer.
Mhm.
And so if people, don't have the understanding of how your PC works, your Mac works, if you don't understand simple computer skills, basic skills. So when you go through those 1 through 9 steps, you will have a little bit of issues, because the 1 through 9 steps is specifically for the program and for the platform that you will be using, which is Facebook. And
Mhm.
so those things are easy, but if you can't navigate from, your actual operating device into what you need to do to the platform, you're going to struggle. So it's going to require you to do a couple things on top of the training, which is brush up on those basic level skills of operating, your device, because we are talking about a home-based business working from home. That laptop lifestyle, your business is your device,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
so and I've been on the phone with new SSM members, helping them get signed up, and this seems to be the reoccurring thing that if, it's, and I don't want to, say anything negative, but
No.
it has become, the excuse now that, oh, I'm just not tech savvy. Well, you should have did something about it. You have enough time to do something
Hmm.
about it to learn, either get on Google and learn about your A51, learn about your iPhone 8,
Yeah.
just learn about it. So it makes the process easier for you. So you don't get
Mhm.
stuck. So you can get through those steps right away and start your training. And the rest is history. So to answer your question, it's really on the individual if
Okay.
they brushed up on their skill set. I can't help you if you don't know the basic skill sets of operating your device. Now I can try to do a share screen. I've done it many times, shared screen.
Hmm.
And if you're a Mac user, I'm not a Mac user. But listen, left brain, right brain, my brain operates. I can do it. You can do a share screen and I can help you navigate your device. But listen, that is very, very taxing. It's really your responsibility to learn your device.
Yes.
So I could do a shared screen and walk you through. If you have a PC, it's a little bit more easier. I could tell you where to go on Google. I could tell you where to go
Mhm.
on Microsoft Word to help create something. But really, it's your responsibility. That's your creative side, and you have to do the work. And so if you're not willing to do that aspect of the work, it's going to be very hard for you to cross that bridge to get to the part that's easy. That's the following the steps, ABC 1, 2, 3,
Exactly.
to be successful online, because that part is easy. It's absolutely easy. So that's kind of what I've seen so far, with SSM. It's not it's not SSM. It's not how Amanda's broken it down. It's actually phenomenal the way she's broken it down.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter really what background you're coming from, your skill set or whatever. It's more or less that if you don't have that basic necessity down to do the laptop lifestyle, then you're kind of putting yourself in a hole, and
Mm.
you're in the wrong frame of mind if you are going
Mhm.
to blame the program because it's taking too long to help you earn income online. It's kind of back on yourself. So
Exactly. The step by step process is broken down 1, 2, 3. It basically holds your hand.
yep.
And if you do not have basic computer skills, you will need to brush up on them, like you say. We are into IPAs and doing the tasks online and uh, the learning the process of having your audience, the know, like, and trust factor that Amanda talks about in great detail. And the step by step process is a process that allows you to get rid of all the confusion and the don't know how to do, because she gives you
Hmm.
everything that you need to do. I've been in
Absolutely.
many programs myself where it was so much information overwhelming that it was confusing to the point
Hmm.
where I was like, oh Lord, I just have to come back to it. And then I never get back to it because
Yeah.
it's overwhelming. But this program and this system, this platform, it is definitely for Generation X, definitely for new millennials, definitely for baby boomers. It just about anyone can do this
Absolutely.
platform. With that being said, with the training that Amanda provides and the webinars, how important is that to you? How important is that to the newcomers and to the individuals that's in the platform?
Oh yeah, it's vital. Um, if you miss a training, it's imperative for you to get in there and find it. It's imperative for you to stay connected. So if you miss anything, you're connected enough to the community, to get the information you need, because again, it's your responsibility to get it. Um, to be in the training. It's very, very vital. And if you do not attend these trainings, listen, I've been with SSM for 4 months now, and I always learn something new, even going on to the onboarding session. And I know that even it's only required for you as upper levels to go twice a month. Well, I still show up because there's still some things that show up that I need to learn, or I go, oh, that was explained differently from one coach last week. Now it makes sense this week on how I need to apply it. And especially if you're new Taking a break early on when you're starting is not what you want to do, because it's already, you're leaving too big of a gap and an opportunity for you to fall through the cracks. And then you're going to be coming running back to me or somebody else, asking to get the pieces, picked up. But again, I'm going to throw it back at you. It's your responsibility. The trainings, Amanda does a great job. In fact, there's many times that I laugh because she's very, very generous, and it's not just her, how she breaks it down, but even whenever she's trying to explain things to get people's attention on, how, things aren't being done properly, or, how people are proceeding forward by not following the directions. She's very generous, in holding that, people's hands and explaining it. And so some things shouldn't even have to explain. And I'm laughing. I'm like, this is really hilarious and pathetic and sad. And, I feel like Kermit the Frog, the meme that's like, I'm just here for the comments, or Michael Jackson, because I'm just like, she shouldn't even have to do that.
Yes.
I could read the comments, and people can say, oh yeah, right on, man. I was like, well, she's talking to you. She's got to be. All these people pretending like, they ain't them, but she does a phenomenal
Yes,
job.
she does.
The teacher spirit. Listen, not, just being a coach and a mentor are two separate things. But having a heart of teaching is really where it's at, because it's about managing styles. Not everybody has that. And let me tell you, Amanda is well-rounded and being able to deliver the material to everyone. So, there's no reason why you shouldn't be showing up to the training to understand, how to be better at your business and how to grow yourself as an individual.
Exactly. Well, we have close to 3,000 members now, or did we surpass 3,000? I think it's 3,000.
I think it's around 3,000.
3,000 members and paid out over $1.3 million or so.
Yeah.
We're growing every day. The Facebook group is up to 13,000 at this particular time. SSM is creating leaders across the globe. We are in Australia, Africa, Nigeria, all over America. People, it is a movement that is bright and shining, and it is creating leaders across the world. This platform is a step-by-step platform that allows individuals to come in and brand themselves and create a platform to earn uh, money. And it's not just about the money; it's the community.
Oh yeah.
Most network marketers get on the online space and don't make $500. So it's a great opportunity for individuals, and it's a great opportunity for us. And we like to thank you for joining us. Thank you, Krystale Jones, for your insight and your background and being here with me today. I appreciate you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
And those of you that are watching, if you are excuse me, if you are interested in getting on our webinar, get in touch with Krystale Jones on Facebook or myself, and we will send you the link. There are normally over 300 to 400 individuals on the webinars. You'll hear testimonies. You'll come in for the information, but you will leave with an education. And we hope to see you soon. Thank you, Krystale.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Cornell.
All right, have a great one.
You too.
Talk to you later. Be great.
Thanks, you too.